Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
And the streak continues!
CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Spring has sprung. Time to head to Orr's Farm Market to find your flowers, veggie plants, bagged mulches, and potting soil. Visit our bakery counter to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't forget our pie flavor of the month for April, Boston cream pie. We have West Virginia food products, local coffee, honey, maple syrup, dairy, and meat. We have 25 new Orr's jam and salsa flavors for you to try. Check us out at orrsfarmmarket.com, and remember, Orr's Farm Market, happiness grows here.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school softball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome you into the countdown to first pitch, brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm. Injury and consumer rights lawyers, call them at 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. Tonight, the Martinsburg Bulldogs look for win number 1 on the season as they take on the defending state champion Jefferson Cougars, who enter tonight's game 15-4 overall. And it's also senior day for Jefferson High School, as they will honor 3 seniors tonight in number 1, Alyssa LaGreco, number 2, Taylor Presley, and number 7, Shelby Harris. And one way that they're honoring them, and you'll hear from Coach Waters later on in the countdown the first pitch about it, is they had a senior wish, and that was to play positions that they don't typically play. So you'll see Taylor Presley as the starting pitcher, Shelby Harris as the starting catcher, and then your final senior, Alyssa LaGreco, will be starting at third base. So it'll be a little bit different for Jefferson, but they still, for the most part, should get the job done today.
Yeah, right. Senior night, a game against a team in Martinsburg that you were able to beat in convincing fashion in the first matchup against each other. So you would hope that, this is a game where you can let those seniors make some changes like that, play the positions that they want to play. So and we'll see how it turns out for them, and it should be a good night overall. Senior night, no matter the game, is always a good night.
As Martinsburg currently warming up, they're in the all-black uniforms. We'll hear from Coach Jones later on in the pregame show as well. It's a team that you've seen some growth from, but they really just need to figure out their defense still is the main thing that he wants them to do right now as he'll bring over the lineup. Their offense has gotten itself together for the most part, still rebuilding obviously, but it's a hopeful, promising future for Martinsburg.
Yeah, there's always so much that you can make an improvement in 1 year. Sometimes it's a slow process. You just get some players some more experience from year over year. By the time a freshman becomes a senior, they can be a completely different player. Even a jump from, say, sophomore to junior year. You never know.
These two teams also did battle against other EPAC teams. That is, yesterday it was a win for Jefferson over Hedgesville in a regional rematch, and then for Martinsburg they took on Washington yesterday, and it was a tough outing for for Martinsburg against Washington, a 19-0 game, a game that obviously, if things went differently, overall it still probably would have been a loss, but you want to see growth from your team, and even though we didn't get to see it, hopefully they were able to see some growth. But let's take our first 3-minute break here on the countdown, the first pitch, and when we come back, we will hear from the head coaches of both Jefferson and Martinsburg. You are tuned into West Virginia High School softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Again, we're back in 3 minutes.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
April is National Donate Life Month. WVU Medicine is joining the effort to raise awareness for organ donation. Did you know that more than 100,000 people are waiting for life-saving organ transplants? One donor can save up to 9 people through organ donation, provide sight for 2 people through cornea donation, and restore health for more than 150 people through tissue donation. Join WVU Medicine and help spread awareness about the gift of donation. And if you haven't registered, visit registerme.org.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
we're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Back to Vickers Field, home of the Jefferson Cougars, as it's senior night for Jefferson as they play host to the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Let's continue our countdown to first pitch here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube and get into our coaches' interviews now, which are brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dine in at Laddie's or carry out by calling them at 304-263-5233. Now joined by the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Desiree Waters. Coach Waters, it's senior day for your program tonight, getting to honor 3 seniors. Just talk a little bit about them and how much they've meant to your guys' program.
Oh yeah, so we're lucky to, well, they had their COVID year, I think was their freshman year, I believe. So we've had 3 years with them. We have Alyssa Taylor, who we've had for 2 years, and Shelby. So we're excited. They're excited to be out here. They're excited to be granting their senior wish, playing in different positions today. So it's going to be fun.
Looking at that now, I see that it looks like Presley's getting the pitch, Harris is getting the catch, so just talk a little bit about that and why they get their senior wish for that, and why that was their wish, if you know.
Well, they just keep bugging me about it, and it's being that it's their senior year and we're playing a good team for them to be moved around in, so we'll allow them to do that. I already have my sophomores asking if they can do the same thing their senior year, but I told them we'll have to wait and see for that.
So with that being said, what do you hope to see from your team tonight against Martinsburg?
I just hope to see us stay consistent at bat and consistent in the field, regardless of who's in the mound, who's catching, who's at this position, who's at that position, because we will be moving girls around. The seniors will be moving around. We'll have our freshmen move around. So just hoping that we stay consistent and pick up our teammates.
It's been a while since we've got to see your team, but the success has really continued for you guys in your program. What are you hoping to see for the remainder of the season?
Honestly, just keep winning. That's the point of the season that we're at. We're down to our last couple regular season games that I'd like to see us win, and then we're right into playoffs where it's win or go home. So that's what we're looking to do.
And anything else, Coach Waters?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Rob Jones. Coach Jones, first time we get to see your team on TV 10 this year. Just tell us a little bit about your team and what you've saw from them so far.
I see a lot of intensity this year, momentum. Some games we got it and some games we don't, but they do have good comeback with momentum. We've got a young JV squad. We've got some swing players going both ways. You can see some good output with them on the varsity squad and some games on that too.
It's an 0-19 season at the start right now, unfortunate for your team, but what are some things that you've really seen them grow from day one up until this point?
From day one, we're starting to hit the ball now a little bit better than we was when we first started the season. We just got to get our defense set and play good quality ball on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively, and maybe hope pull a win out.
You guys take on Jefferson today. It's their senior day as well, so obviously some emotions on their side, but how do you make sure that your team is focused and ready for the tough task of taking on the Cougars today?
I think our team's focused. They're trying to improve every day when they come out here on game days. We haven't had a practice for a long time with spring break last week. We was on the road for about 3 or 4 of them days, so it was really tough on us. But they're staying focused, and I'm hoping they come out being more focused tonight, being senior night, because they have a senior night coming next week at home for our seniors. So I'm hoping they carry it on.
The season comes to an end here in a few weeks. What are your goals that you still have set for your team that you want them to accomplish before then?
I just want us to come as a team, be a quality team. Our morale is coming up. We got a young players, like I said, on the JV that's playing both ways. I'm seeing a lot more production out of them right now going into next year. Hopefully it feeds over. I'm losing like 8 seniors this year on my squad, on the varsity squad, so I'm hoping these young girls can feed off of the varsity girls and get some more playing time, hopefully next year, and be better quality players.
All right, anything else, Coach Jones?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. Appreciate the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
Those were your Laddie's Bar and Grill coaches interviews here on our Countdown to First Pitch, brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, as we are about 15 minutes away from first pitch between Jefferson and Martinsburg. We'll step aside, take another 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have the EPAC roundup. So don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Softball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 3 minutes.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
We welcome you back to Vickers Field at Jefferson High School, home of the Cougars, as we continue the pregame show here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our cameraman's Nick Ferzolini. Back in the studio is Spencer Dupuis. Let's now get into our EPAC Roundup, brought to you by Jambo Construction and Fencing LLC, a veteran-owned company that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452. This is the only softball game going on today. However, there are 3 EPAC baseball games technically 4 because Martinsburg is at East Hardy for a doubleheader. Jefferson's at Hampshire tonight in baseball, and then Mercersburg is at Washington. Already one game final for Martinsburg against East Hardy in the first game of the doubleheader. It was a 10-6 win for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, as Martinsburg had 10 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. East Hardy, 6 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. Pitching for the Bulldogs, it was Oviedo with the start. He went 1 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs. One of them earned 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Rupenthal came in after that, and he was the one that shined on the pitcher's mound for Martinsburg. 4 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 4 walks, 6 strikeouts. Then Wilt closed things out. 2/3 of an inning, giving up 2 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and that was that on the mound. It was a big day offensively for Landon Sifford, a 3 RBI day with 1 hit. Lupus had a hit as well and 2 RBIs. Braden Oviedo had a 2-hit day, 1 RBI, and scored twice. So that's nice to see if you're a Martinsburg Bulldog baseball fan. We'll see them on Friday. Currently game 2 in action between Martinsburg and East Hardy in the top of the 2nd inning with 1 out. It is Martinsburg and East Hardy tied at 1-all in game 2 of the doubleheader. Let's look and see for Jefferson against Hampshire. That first pitch is at 7 p.m., so nothing for them yet. And then first pitch was at 6 o'clock for Washington High School baseball. So let me pull up their score right now against Mercersburg Academy. It is 5-2. Washington leads Mercersburg Academy in the top of the 3rd. Mercersburg has a runner on first with nobody out, and that's your EPAC Roundup, again brought to you by Jambo Construction and Fencing LLC, as Jefferson out on the field right now taking its warm-ups as it's senior day for the Cougars as they try to get to 16-4. Martinsburg searching for that first win of the season. Let's now get today's weather here in Shenandoah Junction. And that weather is brought to you by CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue, home of the lifetime limited powertrain warranty with every new vehicle that we sell at no additional cost to you. Dylan, what is the weather right now?
Currently 71 degrees here in Shenandoah Junction. Sunny conditions for the rest of the day. Wind gusts up to 9 miles per hour.
It's the best day that we've had for softball this year out of the broadcast that we have done. The other 2 that we had were very, very windy days, and today is, you couldn't ask for any better weather, honestly, for a senior night. Sunny skies, as you mentioned, Dylan, a light breeze, and a great evening with a pretty decent-sized crowd as friends and family of the 3 seniors for Jefferson in attendance. Let's take another 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll get closer to the senior night festivities, first pitch, as well as your starting lineups. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC, is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia, that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
WVU Medicine growing to meet the needs of our community with 8 new providers who've joined our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center, Jefferson Medical Center, and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Gitanjali Sangwan, Cardiology, Physician's Assistant Jada Brown, Neurosurgery, Certified Nurse Midwife Jennifer Glorioso, and the following nurse practitioners: Desiree Wolf, Pulmonology, Pamela Campbell, Nephrology, Jennifer Colvin, Neurology, Tori Linton, Orthopedics, and Dabney Wisecarver, OBGYN. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch!
The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Spring has sprung. Time to head to Orr's Farm Market to find your flowers, veggie plants, bagged mulches, and potting soil. Visit our bakery counter to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't forget our pie flavor of the month for April, Boston cream pie. We have West Virginia food products, local coffee, honey, maple syrup, dairy, and meat. We have 25 new Orr's jam and salsa flavors for you to try. Check us out at orrsfarmmarket.com, and remember, Orr's Farm Market, happiness grows here.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to Jefferson High School as we're live from Vickers Field for tonight's softball action between the Jefferson Cougars and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Nick Verzolini is on the camera. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis as we are getting closer to first pitch. As you can see right now, they're just trying to rake out the dirt in front of the pitcher's mound and in the infield, and then we'll have the senior night festivities as well for the 3 seniors for Jefferson and Alyssa LaGreco, Taylor Presley, as well as Shelby Harris. But for now, if we have time, it looks like, let's get tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. And we'll start off with the visitors, the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Leading off for Martinsburg, pitching number 4, Tiana Sanabria. Batting second and catching number 8, Haley Kellicon. Batting third at third base as well as number 16, Maya Jackson. Batting fourth at first base, number 18, Aaliyah Alt. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 10, Audra Mann. Batting sixth at second base, number 15, Bailey Moyer. Batting seventh in left field is number 14, Michaela Henline. Batting eighth in right field, number 12, Jamie Harrell. And batting ninth, your center fielder for Martinsburg, number 3, Abigail Hannon. Martinsburg coached by Rob Jones. So let's now get the starting lineup for the defending state champions, the Jefferson Cougars, who are coached by Desiree Waters. Leading off for Jefferson and pitching is number 2, Taylor Presley. Batting second and catching, number 7, Shelby Harris. Batting third at second base, number 9, Kaylee Dalton. Batting cleanup for Jefferson at shortstop, number 16, Becca Munslow. Batting fifth in right field, number 18, Christina Franco. Batting sixth in center field, number 11, is Chloe Cowan. Batting seventh at first base, number 25, Brooke Allen. Batting eighth at third base, number 1, Alyssa LaGreco. And batting ninth and playing in left field tonight for the Jefferson Cougars, number 24, Alyssa Dar. And it looks like we are about moments away from the senior night festivities. As you can see, the Jefferson Cougars will be lining up on the third base side. A few flowers for the 3 seniors as well being held by their teammates, and I'm assuming, looks like younger siblings as well in the Rams Little League softball uniforms there at home plate to the left of Madison Clark. So while they get prepared for that, we will wait and make sure that we are able to broadcast live for you those senior night festivities for those that are unable to be here in attendance at Vickers Field as they honor Alyssa LaGreco, Taylor Presley, and Shelby Harris. Looks like they're being told to move down. We apologize at the start of this if the audio isn't the best quality. We'll do our best to do the best that we can with the audio that we'll be trying to pick up from their sound system here at Vickers Field, and here we go.
Jefferson High School Softball Boosters Senior Recognition Night. First, it's a tradition at Jefferson High School out here as we recognize the seniors from the opposing team, which tonight will be Martinsburg. So when your name is called, please come out, and one of the ladies right here will present you with a flower. We have Aaliyah Alt. Audra Mann. Kalina McGee. Honey Carter. Jamie Harrell. Madigan Runyon. Michaela Henline. And Kayla Green. Congratulations, ladies. And now for the Jefferson High School senior presentation. Our first senior is number 7, Shelby Harris. She is escorted by her mother, Melissa, her dad, Roger, her brothers, Justin and Kenny, and sister-in-law, Jenny Harris. Shelby, under her accomplishments, received the Rookie of the Year Award, the Unsung Hero Award, 2-time second-team All-EPAC, captain 2 years running, inducted into the National Honor Society, signed to play softball at West Liberty University, received a softball scholarship and a foundation scholarship from West Liberty University, and a recipient of the Promise Scholarship. Her plans for the future is to attend West Liberty University with the intention of becoming a labor and delivery nurse while continuing to play softball. Her favorite memories: when Dez was out of town and DJ let me catch during sectionals sophomore year. Thank yous go out to my parents for pushing me hard to be better, for working hard and spending so much money so I can achieve my dreams. To my coaches, high school and travel, especially Eric Tucker, for knowing my worth and making sure I kept playing softball, and for helping me remember why I love playing this sport. To my teammate Alyssa, for always being by my side and my throwing buddy since freshman year when we were the 2 babies on the team. She's the reason I look forward to playing this year, to finish it out with her. I know she will do great things when she moves away. I will never forget the memories we made together. To my friend Miranda, for being my best friend for the past 7 years and being my #1 supporter through everything, no matter what is happening. She is the best person I've ever met and can always make me smile. She made a poster for me too. Miranda, show the poster. Advice to the underclassmen: falling on the ground does hurt, so try not to do it too much. Our senior, number 7, Shelby Harris. Our next senior is number 1, Alyssa LaGreco. She is escorted by her mother Laura, her father Rick, and Becca and Grace. I don't think I have any awards to mention. I'm just happy I'm still alive and graduating. I plan on attending school to become a radiology technician. Favorite memory, discovering a dead raccoon in center field one day. Coach Snyder picked it up with a shovel and started chasing us with it. That raccoon ended up becoming the one and only Dippy. Thank yous. I'd like to thank my parents for always showing up and allowing me the privilege to play a sport that has given me friendship and memories that will last a lifetime. I'd like to thank Kendall Guy for always being someone I can look up to and teaching me how to stay optimistic no matter the circumstances. I'd also like to thank my best friend, Grace Baker, for always supporting me on and off the field. She has changed my life in ways you can't imagine, and I'm forever grateful for her. I'd also like to thank our press box announcer, Robert Lanham, for being so awesome, always making us laugh and playing Bugatti for us every game. Lastly, I would like to thank my teammate, throwing partner, and bestie all-in-one, Shelby Harris. Since freshman year, through all the good times and especially the bad, she has been by my side always, and I can't thank her enough for that. Advice to the underclassmen: enjoy every moment because it goes by fast. Stick together as a team and always be there for each other. Show kindness and compassion for others. Number 1, Alyssa LaGreco. Our next senior, number 2, Taylor Presley. Taylor was escorted by her mom, Jen, her dad, Jimmy, her sister Bella, her sister Giselle, and brother AJ. Her awards: first team EPAC sophomore year, all-state tournament team, second team EPAC, and state champs junior year. Future plans: go to college to become a dental hygienist while continuing to play softball. Favorite memory: beating Washington last year in sectionals and my teammates' reaction when I hit my first home run at states. Thank you to Coach Dez, Sav, and DJ. Thank you for pushing me hard every single practice since I've been at Jefferson. You guys make this program so great and so much different from everyone else. You guys have become like a second family to me. I love you all so much. Thanks for switching me into an outfielder. To Kaylee, thank you for listening to me rant every day for the past 2 years during warm-ups. Listen to all my boy drama and being the best throwing partner ever. Keep being you, and I guess you'll have to throw and catch to yourself next year because you can't replace me. I love you. To my parents, thank you for pushing me to be the best I can be. Thank you for all the countless hours you have spent driving me across the country and the years. Thank you for always holding me accountable and showing me what it looks like to be a leader. And thank you for always being my biggest fans and always having my back. I promise to continue to make you guys proud, and Bella and Giselle into the best softball players ever. I love you guys. And finally, to my girls, this team will always be so special to me. I love you all more than I could ever express to each of you. I've said this before, and I think everyone else knows this as well. But Jefferson softball, you girls will be the team to beat for the next several years. You girls are some of the most amazingly talented girls I have ever had the opportunity to play with. And I know all of you are going to continue to do amazing things. I'm going to miss you girls so much. Thank you for being the best sisters ever. And advice to the underclassmen: just work hard. Find the hardest working and outwork them. Push yourself every single day and don't let one practice or game define you. Finally, just soak it in. Literally be the best days of your life with friendships that are forever. Number 2, Taylor Presley. At this time, we have the presentation of the senior gifts. For Shelby Harris, the senior gift will be presented by Chloe Cowan. For Alyssa, the senior gift presented by Savannah Smith. And for Taylor Presley, the senior gift is presented by Kaylee Dalton. Congratulations, seniors.
That wraps up the senior night festivities here from Vickers Field. We'll step aside and take another 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for first pitch between Martinsburg and Jefferson. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Again, we're back in 3 minutes.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
This is Eric at Hancock Chevrolet. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hancock Chevrolet, it is that easy. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hancock Chevrolet will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time in a car dealership playing the dumb back and forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Cumberland to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hancock Chevrolet absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HancockChevy.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want, and your new ride will be delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
We welcome you back to Vickers Field as senior night festivities still technically going on, as you heard earlier, and if you didn't, you can go back and watch it on our YouTube stream, or it will be replayed throughout this week on TV 10. Jefferson, a tradition that they like to do, and it's a pretty cool tradition if you ask me, which nobody did, but I'm going to say it anyway, Dylan, is that they honor the seniors of their opponents, and they gave roses to the 8 seniors of Martinsburg, so it's definitely something cool and not something that a lot of high schools do.
Yeah, no, that's a nice thing to do. It's your senior night. Might as well recognize that there's other seniors on the other side. It may not be their last game, but it's the last game that they potentially are going to get to play here at Jefferson.
So now they will get into the starting lineups and then the national anthem. So still got some time here. We can go over the starting lineups again if we, since we have time. For those that maybe didn't get it from Martinsburg, batting first is the pitcher Gianna Sanabria batting second. The catcher, number 8, Kelikon, batting third at third base, is number 16, Jackson, batting fourth at first base for Martinsburg's Alt, batting fifth at shortstop's number 10, Mann, batting sixth at second base, number 15, Moyer, batting seventh in left field, number 14, Henline, batting eighth in right field, number 12 is Harrell, and batting ninth in center field, number 3 is Hannon for Martinsburg. As for Jefferson, batting first is your pitcher, number 2, and Taylor Presley, batting second, the catcher, number 7, Shelby Harris, batting third at second base, number 9, Kaylee Dalton, batting fourth, shortstop, number 16, Becca Munslow, batting fifth, in right field, number 18, Christina Franco, batting sixth, in center field, number 11, Chloe Cowan, batting seventh at first base, number 25, Brooke Allen, batting eighth at third base, number 1, Alyssa LaGreco, and batting ninth in left field, number 24, is Alyssa Darez. Rob Jones, the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, as well as Desiree Waters, the coach of the Jefferson Cougars, and the captains for Martinsburg, meeting with tonight's home plate umpire, going over field dimension rules, what to do if a ball gets stuck, or what's out of play, what's still in play here at Vickers Field. It's a great night for softball, already mentioned. Weather in the 70s, a light breeze, and it's definitely, though, been a little bit dragged out here during the pregame deal, and maybe not as we expected, but it is senior night, so I guess you could expect it a little bit, but it's the defending state champions, Jefferson, 15-4. Martinsburg, unfortunately for them, 0-19. The last time these two teams faced, I believe you said it was a 15-0 game in the favor of Jefferson, and with it being senior night, we're going to see a little bit of a different defensive alignment for them. But with tonight's game, what are you most excited for to see?
I'm just excited to see these teams have fun out here, really. Hope both teams have fun. That's I'm sorry, it's a cliche thing to say, but it's senior night. I think it's interesting to see if Jefferson can get that same kind of win tonight, how long exactly it takes them, because in the first game it actually went 4 innings, even though that 15-run rule can happen after 3. It took Jefferson 4 innings to get there, because they only scored 3 in the first inning, none in the second inning. Then they had a 9-run outburst in the third, and then added on those last 3 runs to make it 15 in the top of the fourth when they played at Martinsburg.
Let's now take a look at some other games around the Eastern Panhandle like we did earlier. It's a doubleheader for Martinsburg baseball. They already got the 10-6 victory over East Hardy in game number 1. In game number 2 for the Martinsburg Bulldogs at East Hardy, in the bottom of the third now between those two, it's East Hardy with a 2-1 lead over the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Washington has now extended its lead over Mercersburg Academy as the Patriots are hosting them. It's in the bottom of the 4th inning now, Washington with a 6-2 lead over Mercersburg Academy. And then the last game that should be getting started any moment now is Jefferson against Hampshire. That first pitch scheduled for 7 p.m. However, no update just yet, unless it's just getting started as we speak. It's the top of the first, 2 pitches in, and still scoreless, obviously, but Jefferson up to bat. So while the PA announcer concludes the lineups, we'll take another 3-minute break here at Vickers Field, and when we come back, we'll have first pitch. You're tuned in to TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 3 minutes.
Catch the excitement of the West Virginia high school baseball and softball seasons on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hit it into left field, and that'll drop. Coming around is Sifford, and the ball is going to slow up, and he's going to score, and Martinsburg's going to walk it off and get the win.
We have over 25 games scheduled featuring the schools in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Every game will be live right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and our WRNR TV YouTube page.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Looking to get your special someone the perfect gift? How about a dream vacation exploring destinations abroad? Or maybe visit Alaska? What about Rio, Budapest, or Taiwan? Maybe your dream vacation is on the seas, cruising to multiple destinations. Well, start here with the travel agency of Dream Vacations in George Wisdom. Visit vacationsmiles.com. Vacation Smiles last a lifetime, so allow George Wisdom to provide you the vacation experience you've always desired and deserve.
On the Sports Mix, you'll hear interviews with prestigious guests.
Since you had that reunion, do you have a favorite memory from that season or maybe a funny story you'd like to share with our audience?
John Madden, the late great John Madden, came out to our practice on like Thursday. He turned to those guys and he said, this game ain't going to be close. These guys are going to kill Buffalo.
Tune into the Sports Mix, weekdays from 12 to 1 on Talk Radio WRNR, FM 106.5, AM 740, TV 10, and streaming live on the TV 10 Facebook page.
To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process.
Brings up Camian Gonzalez with runners on the corners. Runner from first going, and it's a fair ball down the third base line by Gonzalez. That's going to allow one to score.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Vickers Field as the national anthem is just concluded and the Jefferson Junior ROTC presented today's colors has also left the field. So let's get our first pitch brought to you by CMA Chevy of Martinsburg. Make your way to CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. Chevy, find new roads. And before we get to the first pitch, we'll have a ceremonial first pitch, it looks like. As I believe I heard the name Lily for the first pitch, and goes off the mask of the catcher, but it's still a strike. I'll give it to her.
Why not?
The Martinsburg Bulldogs tonight take on the Jefferson Cougars.
Great job.
It is Martinsburg in the all-black uniforms with orange outline on the front and white letters with Martinsburg across the chest. Orange numbers outlined in white on the front and back. As for Jefferson, they're in the maroon tops with white sleeves and pinstripe pants in white with the maroon stripes on the side. And it is time for the seniors to take the field for their last, final time. Is that a proper way of saying it? I don't know, but I'm going with it. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Nick Verzolini's our cameraman, and Spencer Dupuis back at the studio. It's probably like, what is Colin saying right now?
You got all that handled yourself there, man.
I mean, it sounds like it makes sense. It's the seniors' first time. Maybe not last time.
It's the last time they'll be taking the field for the first time in the night.
Yes.
Hard to make that into a very concise turn of phrase.
I tried.
You did your best.
Or in the circle, pitching for the Jefferson Cougars is number 2, Taylor Presley, as she gets to make her senior wish, and that is to be the starting pitcher for the Cougars, alongside one of the other seniors, Shelby Harris, who will be catching for Jefferson. She sets up behind the plate, getting the ball to warm up Presley, and the final senior, Alyssa LaGreco, over at third base. So the three of them not in their normal positions, but they will be doing their best to lead Jefferson to its 16th win on the season.
Yeah, they're going to experiment a little bit, let the seniors do what they want to do in a game that you hope that you hope at least that you will be able to afford, even if it's just an inning, falling behind a little bit, that you'll be able to catch up against this team. So that's the hope, and you just hope that it's a good outcome for them, so that they can have some more fun out here on senior night.
I mean, we're looking at Presley's warm-ups, and looked like she was hitting the strike zone pretty well inside that pitcher circle. So we'll see how she does against the leadoff batter for the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the opponent's pitcher, number 4, Tiana Sanabria. Sanabria will be a right-handed batter leading off for Martinsburg. On deck is Kellicon, and in the hole for the Bulldogs is Maya Jackson, as Harris and Presley talk for a little bit inside that pitcher circle before Shelby Harris comes back behind home plate. She'll put her mask on, and we'll get ready for first pitch between Jefferson and Martinsburg. Sanabria takes a practice swing before stepping in. We are ready to go from Vickers Field. First pitch, high and inside for ball 1, is first pitch coming at 7:24 p.m.
They came pretty close to hitting Sanabria there, but she hung in there, didn't seem very fazed by it.
Second pitch popped up to the shortstop, Becca Munslow. She makes the catch for out number 1 to retire Sanabria.
There you go. 2 pitches, 1 out. Doesn't get much better than that. It only gets 1 pitch better than that, actually. To be exact.
That brings up Haley Kellican. Kellican steps into the right-handed box against Presley. Swings at the first pitch. It's a pop up to the left side. Presley calls off LaGreco, makes the catch for out number 2.
I think that's going to be the smart thing for Presley out on the mound, is pitching to contact against this Bulldogs team, because I think you can trust your defending state champion teammates behind you on defense. And it's a team in Martinsburg that doesn't score a whole lot of runs. They've been better as the year's gone on, but you hope that it doesn't turn out too badly for you.
Brings up Maya Jackson. She'll look at the first pitch. It almost looked like it hit her elbow, but it just missed. It's inside for ball 1.
Well, she was hanging in there pretty tight to the plate, so not too surprised it came close.
1-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 2 to Jackson.
And that one might have just slipped away a little bit, try to go low in the zone, let go of it a little early.
Jackson will adjust her batting gloves before stepping into the right-handed box. 2-0 pitch, low for ball 3.
That's another one there. Again, just try to get this one, 3-0, get it across the plate, get it in the zone. If she hits it, she hits it. But the 3-0, you probably don't have the green light here.
Pitch misses low. It's a 4-pitch walk to put Maya Jackson on first base to bring up Alt.
And you got your cleanup hitter, 1 runner on base. This is obviously what you want, what you hope for. You put that batter in the 4 spot, they're going to have some people on base.
Leah Alt will look at the first pitch as it goes by. It's high for ball 1. It's 5 straight balls from Taylor Presley in the circle. 1-0 pitch from Presley. Line drive into left center field. That's going to get down and roll to the wall. Going around second, heading to third, Jackson. She'll pull up, and it is a stand-up double for Leah Alt. With 2 runners on now in the top of the first, Martinsburg threatens Jefferson with 2 outs.
This is a nice, solid hit out in the left center field. We've got a little more air under it that might have been able to carry up over the wall. But here you go. 1 hit potentially can drive in 2 runs. give Bulldogs an early lead.
Brings up the shortstop, Audra Mann. First pitch for a strike to Mann from Presley. Presley sets the 0-1 pitch. High, evens up the count at 1-1 to Mann.
It's not a bad pitch there. You got ahead in the count. Give the hitter something that they'll have to chase.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's low. Shelby Harris drops down to keep that one in front of her. The count now 2-1.
She's missing low with a lot of pitches right now. She might be overcompensating for not wanting to throw a pitch too high and over for a passed ball.
2-1 pitch right down the middle. It's ripped right up the middle and a base hit into the outfield. 1 run will score. Runners on the corners now with 2 out in the top of the first. Martinsburg leads Jefferson 1-0. It's an RBI single for Mann.
That almost was just slow enough for Munslow at short to be able to get over to. But it was a nice hit. Getting there, 1 RBI up on the board.
Yep, it got the job done. That'll bring up Moyer. It's Bailey Moyer. Look at the first pitch. Throw over to second. In time for out number 3 as Mann caught stealing. At the end of the top of the first, it's Martinsburg 1, Jefferson 0. We'll head to the bottom of the first after this 1-minute break. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
April is National Donate Life Month. WVU Medicine is joining the effort to raise awareness for organ donation. Did you know that more than 100,000 people are waiting for life-saving organ transplants? One donor can save up to 9 people through organ donation, provide sight for 2 people through cornea donation, and restore health for more than 150 people through tissue donation. Join WVU Medicine and help spread awareness about the gift of donation. And if you haven't registered, visit registerme.org.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
Welcome back to Vickers Field as we head to the bottom of the first. Martinsburg leads Jefferson 1-0 after getting 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. The 1 runner left on base as well as a walk and no strikeouts so far for Taylor Presley, but it's Jefferson's turn as Presley, Harris, and Dalton due up for the Cougars as they go up against Tiana Sanabria, the pitcher for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Defensively, this is how Martinsburg's set up. Catching's number 8, Haley Kellicon. In the infield at first, Aaliyah Alt. Second, Bailey Moyer. Shortstop's Audra Mann. Third base is Maya Jackson. And in the outfield, in left is Michaela Henline. Center, Abigail Hannon. And in right is Jamie Harrell. We'll see what Jefferson's able to do here against Tiana Sanabria as her last warm-up pitch is thrown. The throw over to second to practice that has concluded. Martinsburg will give high fives inside the pitcher circle, and we'll get ready for the bottom half of the first. Taylor Presley up to bat first for Jefferson. One of 3 seniors honored tonight for the Cougars. Presley steps into the right-handed box. She's ready to go. Sanabria steps on the rubber. She's ready to go. First pitch at the bottom of the first. Misses inside to Presley for ball 1.
Good take. Easy on your senior night to get a little antsy up on the plate and really want to make an impact right away, especially as a leadoff hitter.
1 ball, no strikes. Taylor Presley from Sanabria. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside for ball 2.
2-0. I think you're looking dead center if you're Presley. If you don't get one there, you just let it go.
Santa Maria looks at Kelikon, her catcher, for the pitch. And it misses high for ball 3 to Presley, so it's now 3 balls and no strikes to the leadoff batter for Jefferson.
Of course, as the leadoff hitter, your main job is getting on base. So I think sometimes you might get a green light on 3-0, but this isn't where I would want to give it to him.
3-0 pitch. Breaks outside for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk for Taylor Presley to put her on first for Jefferson and bring up the second of the 3 seniors in the lineup for Jefferson, Shelby Harris.
And even though she doesn't usually play catcher, she got to end the top of the first with that throw down to catch the base runner stealing. Pretty impressive.
Runner on first, nobody out in the bottom of the first for Jefferson. This pitch inside, throw to second, not in time, as standing up is Taylor Presley to steal that base. It's a 1-0 count to Harris. 5 straight balls by Santa Maria so far to start off this bottom of the first.
Just got to calm down, try to get something down the plate.
1-0 pitch. Low and inside for ball 2. Now 2 balls, no strikes to Shelby Harris. Runner on second for Jefferson.
Harris gets a pitch to hit here.
2-0 pitch at the knees. It misses low and again inside for ball 3.
Another case of probably keep the bat on the shoulder here until Santa Maria can prove to you she's going to get it across the plate. Let her send you to first base if she's going to.
Counts 3-0. Here's the pitch. It's right down the middle for strike 1, the first strike thrown by Santa Maria of the evening. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike as she settled in, made sure to hit the spot for that one. See if she can do it again.
Good for her to settle in, finally get a strike, get that confidence.
3-1 pitch. High for ball 4. That'll walk Shelby Harris. Put her on first with nobody out, so runners on first and second after back-to-back walks to bring up Kaylee Dalton.
It's a tough thing for your pitching output if the way you're putting runners on bases is walks, because it gets your pitch count up and it makes it quicker. You have to go to another pitcher and run through all of your options.
We know Dalton has powers. Last time we saw her, it was against Spring Mills, and she hit that grand slam in the 21-1 win over the Cardinals a few weeks ago. So watch out for her to potentially have a 3-run home run here as the first pitch misses for ball 1 to Dalton.
We know that Santa Maria definitely knows that. She's going to be cautious.
Pop up to the left side of the infield. Shortstop man makes the catch for out number 1.
Now, I think that was a case of Dalton just really wanting. Really wanted to find that home run pitch, but it just wasn't there. So just kind of got under it, popped it up.
That'll bring up the shortstop, number 16, Becca Munslow, the sophomore for Jefferson up to bat. We know she has home run power as well. That cleanup spot. 1 out. Runners on first and second. The pitch from Santa Maria to Munslow, high for ball 1.
Good eye. Taller Munslow, still taking one up high.
Munslow steps back into the right-handed batter's box against Santa Maria. As Martinsburg leads Jefferson 1-0 here in the first. Takes the pitch for strike 1. Count now even at 1-1.
As Santa Maria is starting to get it a little bit more under control after those leadoff walks.
1-1 pitch, low and inside off the glove of the catcher, Haley Kelikon. That'll allow the base runners to steal 1 base each. So now runners on second and third with 1 out. As Jefferson The run 60 foot away from tying the game.
And there's an announcer's curse right there as soon as I say she's getting under control.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Beckham Unslow up to bat for Jefferson. Santa Maria steps on the rubber inside the pitcher circle. The 2-1 pitch. Way behind Munslow. That's going to allow a run to score. The throw behind the pitcher. Now caught in a rundowns Harris in between second and third. It goes off the glove of Killicon. That's going to allow the second run to score. Jefferson takes a 2-1 lead off the error here in the bottom of the first.
That's tough. Just an errant throw. I think the catcher really just kind of tried to. She took her eye off the ball before it got into her glove. But it's something that it happens every now and then. But now Jefferson all of a sudden has a lead. And it's a 3-1 count for Munslow to potentially get herself on base.
1 out still. Nobody on base. Pitch from Santa Maria. High and outside for ball 4. It's the 3rd walk of the bottom of the first. Puts Munslow on first. Brings up Christina Franco. But first a timeout is called, and it is a infield meeting for Martinsburg. Settled down Tiana Santa Maria after she started off walking Presley, then Harris. Had Dalton pop out to short. Was able to try to settle down for a bit, but unfortunately walked Munslow and allowed the 2 runs to score on a wild pitch and then the throwing error by Haley Kellicon. We're here. It's a 2-1 ball game in the bottom of the first. Jefferson on top of Martinsburg.
Well, you can look out there at your defense, say, we've already got 1 out. Be prepared, try to get the lead runner, turn 2 if possible. If you're a pitcher, tell him that you only need 2 outs here. Get them 1 at a time. Stay under control. Give your defense a chance to make some plays, if need be.
Christina Franco up to bat after the meeting for Martinsburg has concluded. Santa Maria sets. First pitch, again, rolls behind the batter, and it will ricochet off the brick, go to the first base side after it originally was on the third base side. It's a ball that allowed Munslow to take second. So that's back pitches we've seen that. Or at least 2 out of the past 3 that we've seen that.
Yeah, that one seemed like it slipped out. That one started hit the ground very early.
This one will hit Franco in the foot. The hit by pitch will put her at first base. Bring up Chloe Cowan with the runners on first and second and 1 out in the bottom of the first.
Another chance here, multiple runners on base. Last time we just saw that, it didn't actually even take a hit for those runs to come across.
First pitch, strike 1 to Cowan. So it hits the inside part of the strike zone.
You can kind of see the face that she made back to the dugout after that one came across. And I should have swung at that one. That was a good one.
The 0-1 pitch from Santa Maria misses outside to Cowan. The count now evens up at 1-1.
And that's a good job to not overcorrect and say, well, I should have swung at that last one, so let me make up for it by thinking swing the whole way. Shows a good eye.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, runners on first and second for Jefferson. Chloe Cowan up the bat. The pitch from Santa Maria high and outside as Haley Kellicon had to jump up and save that one from going to the backstop. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike.
It was a nice stop by Kellicon. Not an easy play to make there. Had to jump up pretty early to get to that one.
She's been busy so far behind home.
Been doing the best you can, too.
2-1 pitch. Inside for strike 2 off the glove of Kellicon to the right side behind home plate. That'll allow both runners to advance. So Munslow heads to third. Franco heads to second.
Two runners in scoring position with one out and a 2-2 count to Chloe Cowan, the sixth batter in Jefferson's lineup. Santa Maria sets. 2-2 pitch. At the eye is a Cowan for ball 3, so the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And normally, in a situation here, you could say you might not mind giving up a free base, try to turn 2, but when the game has been going as it has so far, you want to try to get the strikeout for sure.
Pitch inside for ball 4, and that will load the bases for Jefferson. As Cowan now on first, Franco on second, Munslow on third, and the first baseman, Brooke Allen, comes to the plate for Jefferson with one out, a 2-1 ball game in the bottom of the first. We have another timeout called, and it looks like we might have a pitching change for Martinsburg and some defensive changes as well. So while the Bulldogs do that, we'll step aside for a 1-minute break and then come back. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We're back in 1 minute.
On the Sports Mix, you'll hear debates and discussions on everything in sports.
They got Mixon the best running back right now in the league, it feels like, too, so I think it can stay competitive.
Best running back in the league?
What?
I mean,
Derrick Henry didn't die, did he?
He wasn't healthy.
Tune into the Sports Mix with Spencer, Nick, and Colin. Weekdays from 12 to 1 on Talk Radio, WRNR, FM 106.5, AM 740, TV 10, and streaming live on the TV 10 Facebook page.
Catch the excitement of the West Virginia High School baseball and softball seasons on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Hit it into left field, and that'll drop. Coming around is Sifford, and the ball is going to slow up, and he's going to score, and Martinsburg's going to walk it off and get the win.
We have over 25 games scheduled featuring the schools in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Every game will be live right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and our WRNR TV YouTube page.
On the Sports Mix, you'll hear debates and discussions.
We have a pitching change for Martinsburg as they now trail Jefferson 2-1 in the bottom of the first. The pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-263-3361. Now pitching for the Bulldogs is number 18, Aaliyah Alt. Over at first base now from second base is number 15, Bailey Moyer. That looks like the former pitcher, Tiana Santabria, is now at second. The first pitch, called strike 1 to Brooke Allen.
Well, there's a confidence boost. If you're Martinsburg, first pitch from Alt comes across the plate.
Next pitch, high for a ball.
So you can really cut the damage down. Only 2 runs.
1-1 pitch. Brooke Allen will hold the bat back. She didn't go around. It's a ball. Count now 2-1.
Close one.
Yeah, but it looked like she wanted the swing, but was able to just wait a little bit for it.
Held back just enough.
Doesn't even attempt to swing at this one as it's up and away. Count now 3-1. Bases loaded, so one ball will score a run for Jefferson. And here's the pitch. It's low and into the net for ball 4. That'll allow a run to score. It's now 3-1 Jefferson in the bottom of the first over Martinsburg. That'll bring up Alyssa LaGreco, the third senior being honored tonight after Shelby Harris and Taylor Presley. So it's Franco on third, Cowan on second, Allen on first. With one out. First pitch, and it's a high fly ball into left field going back on its hen line. Goes off her glove, unable to make the catch. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. The throw to third, not in time, and it's a 2 RBI double for Alyssa LaGreco to extend Jefferson's lead
to 5-1 here in the bottom of the first over Martinsburg.
Big time hit there. First piece of real big contact out to the outfield for the Cougars. And they're able to take advantage of the defensive mistake out and left, get a couple runs to come across.
That'll bring up Alyssa Darr. In a 5-1 ball game. You have Brooke Allen on third. Alyssa LaGreco on second. Still one out in the bottom of the first. Darr, the ninth batter in the lineup, takes the first pitch. It misses low from Alt for ball one.
And now you've got a great opportunity to try to flip over this lineup back to the top. Only having one out, no force at first.
Next pitch, called strike by the home plate umpire. The count now even at 1-1. Alt looks over for the pitch from her first base dugout side. It's 1-1 strike to Darr. Comes the pitch. It's high for a ball.
It's a good eye. That one almost came in, sunk into the zone.
Darr has a 2-1 count. 2 runners in scoring position. She'll pop this one up to the left side. It's going to get over the head of the shortstop into the outfield grass. 1 run comes around to score. That makes it a 6-1 lead for Jefferson here in the bottom of the first. Throw to second, not in time. Now a run will come home to score as well for Jefferson after an errant throw from the shortstop, and Martinsburg got caught not focusing for a bit, so it's only a runner on second, a 7-1 lead.
You see our scoreboard here says 6-1, but we'll make sure that we get those synced up at some point.
Brings up Taylor Presley. First pitch called a ball.
Like I said, here you go. Back to the top of the lineup. Only 1 out.
She fouls off the next one. It's a 1-1 count to Presley. Presley walked her last time up on 4 pitches.
Have you seen the last part of this Cougars lineup, the bottom of the lineup, started to get a little more willing to take the bat off their shoulder, make some contact.
Grounder over to third base side. It's foul. Makes the count now 1-2 strikes. That one was right down the line, but right at the last second went foul. Jackson, it looked like, was able to make a play on it if it stayed fair. 7-1, Jefferson leads Martinsburg in the bottom of the first. 1 out, runner on second for the Cougars, with Presley up the bat. Pitch from Alt. Popped up to the third base side. It will go out of play into Jefferson's bullpen. The count remains at 1-2 strikes.
Again, they're a lot more willing to swing the bat against Alt. Santa Maria giving up walks to start off. There's 2 leadoff ones, including Presley, that ended up coming around to score.
This is sent into left field, going towards the scoreboard. It bounces and rolls to the wall. Coming around to score is Darr. And now at third base after an error, with a throw going all the way to home, is Presley. And that makes it 8-1 in the bottom of the first. Jefferson leads Martinsburg.
You see the Bulldogs' defense being what needs to be the big emphasis, as Coach mentioned in the pregame interview. They started to hit the ball better, got themselves a run in the top of the first.
Yep, I have that as the 3rd error so far for Martinsburg. As Shelby Harris up the bat. She'll look at the first pitch. It goes right down the middle for strike 1. Very dusty day now, as the entire infield of Vickers Field, all dirt for softball, and and kicked up a lot as this one. A hard ground ball in between shortstop and third goes off the glove of Henline, and that will allow Harris to take second base. It's an RBI single with the error to score one. It's now 9-1 Jefferson in the bottom of the first.
That was real solid contact. I think that's really the hardest hit ball of the day. Stayed on the ground, but that made it really easy for it to hit right through the 5.5 hole.
Now to bring up Kaylee Dalton with one out and a runner on. She's the only one that was that out. She popped up to shortstop her last time up.
Yep, yeah, like you said, she was kind of the first one of the game that was looking to make contact. She chose a pitch that it wasn't really there for.
Pitch from Alt low in the dirt, gets past the catcher, Kellicon. That'll allow Harris to take third. Count now 2-0 to Dalton. Alt steps on the rubber. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one off the third base dugout and in play, but it hit foul. And that one could have been dangerous. Fortunately, the fence is there. You heard a few of the Jefferson players inside that dugout scream as that one ripped over, but ricocheted off the net. That'd be interesting. Maybe, I don't know if the Savannah Bananas have that role. If it bounces off something and then goes fair, it's fair in the infield.
To look into that.
Some ricochets or something. There's the 2-1 pitch. It's high for ball 3. Throw over to third to put back the runner as Harris back on the bag safely before the tag was applied by Maya Jackson.
It's always a fun thing about baseball where the ball is always sort of a hazard for everyone involved, the players and the people in the stands.
3-1 pitch, misses high for ball 4. That walks Dalton, puts her on first base. Still one out and brings up Becca Munslow.
And this is the chance to really break this open. 9-1. Chance to get yourself up to a 10-run lead with a really well-hit ball.
Pitch from Alt. High for a ball to Becca Munslow. It's ball 1. Still in the bottom of the first inning between Jefferson and Martinsburg, as Jefferson has a 9-1 lead. 1-0 pitch, high for a ball, throw over to third. Off the glove of Maya Jackson. It wasn't even close to being in time anyway. It's a 2-0 count now.
She's keeping Harris honest over there at third. Don't want her to get any ideas.
Runners on the corner, so next pitch, high for ball 3. It's Alt. Now pitching for Martinsburg after Santa Maria. This pitch inside part of the plate called a strike. The count now 3-1 to Becca Munslow.
Snuck in the inside part of the plate.
Just caught the edge. Alt trying to battle back against Munslow. The 3-1 pitch, high for ball 4, and that will reload the bases. It's back-to-back walks issued by Alt to bring up Christina Franco. Got Harris on third, Dalton on second, Munslow on first. With one out here in the bottom of the first for Jefferson. This one's grooved into left field. Off the fence, just barely. Staying in the park. 1 run will score. The second comes around to score. Third one scored as well. It's a base-clearing stand-up double for Christina Franco. It's Jefferson extend. I've lost count. I don't know about you, Dylan.
Yeah, it's been hard for the scoreboard to keep track. There's just coming across an endless stream at this point that it's hard to even realize when it's all happening. They're all kind of coming in at the same time here and there.
It is 12-1 now. Jefferson leads Martinsburg with 1 out.
And now we have gotten the scoreboard to reflect that.
Brings up Chloe Cowan. She fouls off the first pitch. Goes to third base side for strike 1.
If you're thinking about, from Jefferson's perspective, obviously it's senior night. You want to have a good, fun time out here. If your goal for Jefferson is to get out of this game as quick as possible, you're kind of looking at, you've given up 1 run. You want 8 runs per inning in the bottom of the first and second, and you can end the game in the top of the third. And they're well on that pace right now.
This pitch misses high. Count now 1-1. Chloe Cowan steps back into the right-handed box against Aaliyah Alt, the pitcher for Martinsburg. This pitch, hard grounder to the shortstop man, or throw over to first in time for out number 2. Bring up Brooke Allen, and over to third on that fielder's choice is Franco.
Well, you accomplished something there. Even though you got out, you moved a runner over. In Martinsburg, you're finally 1 out away from being able to get yourself back on offense, try to cut into the lead.
Allen walked her last time up. Pitch from Alt. Called strike 1.
Good job by Alt there and try to get ahead in that count.
Ball gets past the catcher, the throw to the pitcher, Alt. Not in time, is sliding in safe is Franco to make it 13-1 Jefferson in the bottom of the first.
And if nothing else, silver lining for the Bulldogs is the bases are empty now. So the most damage that can be done by Allen is with herself at the plate.
So now we gotta try to get the dust out of our faces.
And it comes in through like a dust storm.
Makes it hard to see a little bit. Almost like a foggy evening as this pitch bounces off home plate, then ricochets into the net in front of us for a ball. The count now 2-1 to Brooke Allen. Allen is ready to go. So is Aaliyah Alt. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's high for ball 3. Got 2 outs, nobody on. It's Jefferson with a 13-run bottom of the first so far against Martinsburg. So Martinsburg is able to put 1 across in that top of the first. This pitch misses inside to Allen for ball 4. She'll walk again to bring up Alyssa LaGreco.
I think when you're in a spot like this, it might sound counterintuitive, but I think the goal should probably be to pitch more to contact at this point. You know, if you're giving up so many walks, obviously it hasn't worked out. You've had some errors, given up a lot of runs. But at some point, just by sheer odds, you're going to get an out if you let the ball get into play, if you're not able to get the strikes, for one.
First 2 pitches are called balls as got a 2-0 count with 2 outs, runners on first, and just add on to your point, Jefferson's only had 5 hits so far in this 13-run bottom of the first. This one caught a strike on the inside corner. The count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Alyssa LaGreco. She was the first of those 5 hits. She hit the 2 RBI double to give Jefferson the lead. This pitch high for a ball, throw over to first, not in time as Allen goes in safely. So it's a 3-1 count to LaGreco.
I mean, the 8-hitter getting the first hit in a 13-run inning tells you a lot.
This one ripped to the third baseman, Maya Jackson. It goes off her glove into left field for a single. That puts runners on first and second with 2 outs.
And that's the position you try to put yourself in if you pitch to contact. Hit your third baseman in the glove, but obviously it was so fast that it was...
Yeah, that's why I'm still rolling it a single. Even though it hit her glove, it was a screamer. It's really tough to make that play.
Yeah, no, there's no shame in not having made that catch.
Pitch from Alt to Alyssa Dar, misses for a ball. Dar also had a double her last time up.
If this was the part of the lineup that was able to start to get things going in the hit department, other than just taking walks.
Pitch misses high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for Jefferson. Pitch from Alt. Inside for a ball as that one almost hit Star, and she had to back away from it for ball 3. Dara steps it into the right-handed side. 3-0 count. She'll foul it off to the first base side. It goes out of play. She had the green light on that one.
I guess so.
What you like to see at this point already?
Sure.
Up 13-1. If you like the pitch, might as well go for it.
Sure. You know, that's a lot of insurance for one inning.
She looks at this one for ball 4. That reloads the bases for Jefferson. Again here in the bottom of the first. It's Allen on third, LaGreco on second, Dara on first, and Taylor Presley up for the third time as Jefferson has now hit around the lineup twice in the bottom of the first. He got 2 outs and a 13-1 lead over Martinsburg. Pitch. And it's an out as Brooke Allen left the base early to retire the side, so we'll head to the second inning. After this 1-minute break, it is Jefferson 13, Martinsburg 1. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Softball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Welcome back to Vickers Field as the Jefferson Cougars lead Martinsburg 13-1 after that 13-run bottom of the first with 5 hits, and according to the game changer, at least, Martinsburg with 2 errors. I had it as a little bit more, but I got to go with theirs. They're the technically official scorebook, even though there's not an official score book. Now it looks like we have a new pitcher now for Jefferson, as your pitching change is brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-263-3361. Now pitching for the Jefferson Cougars is number 1, Alyssa LaGreco. It's her warm-up pitch knocks out our camera, it looks like.
Always a fun one. I had that issue last time we were here at Jefferson, but it didn't take. It took a lot longer this time.
It's true. So another senior getting a different position on senior night that we're not used to seeing, but
right.
Presley started. Now LaGreco gets to pitch the next inning as Moyer, Henline, and Harrell do up. Looks like it's still Harris behind the plate, Allen at first. Just double-checking our defensive alignment as scoring the bunt is Moyer. It's called a strike.
Christina Franco at third now.
And then my guess is that Presley's in right. Squares to bunt. It goes right back to the pitcher. Greco's throw to first in time for out number 1.
It was a nice thought to try to get on base. with a bunt, lead things off, but just wasn't quite able to place it in the right spot.
And line up to bat now. The left fielder for Martinsburg with 1 out and nobody on. Fouls off the first pitch over to the first base dugout, and a few Martinsburg coaches were not ready for that one, but fortunately it wasn't too powerful. It just goes off the net and falls behind them for strike 1. That's why you got to pay attention.
Yeah, got to stay alive out there. Keep your head on a swivel.
Pitch called strike 2 on the swing and a miss. 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch fouled off to the first base dugout, and it goes off the roof and rolls away. The count now remains at 0-2.
Keeping herself alive.
Pitch goes outside for a ball.
It was a good eye. It wasn't very far off. Just trying to get back into this count.
This pitch fouls off, goes off the glove of the catcher, Harris. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one right down the middle, called strike 3. The sit-down hen line for out number 2.
2 up, 2 down.
Harrell. Looks like we have a lot of defensive changes, by the way, for Jefferson. As we already mentioned, LaGreco's pitching, Harris is catching, Brooke Allen's still at first. Presley is at second. This pitch high and outside to Harrell for a ball. Shortstop still Munslow. Franco has come in from right field to third. It's now Clark in right, Graham in center, and Smith in left. This one called a strike to even up the count at 1-1. One pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2.
Seems like kind of half-hearted swings here in these last couple at-bats from the Bulldogs.
Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the second after this 1-minute break as Martinsburg goes 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the second after this. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to Vickers Field as we head to the bottom of the second inning. It is Jefferson leading Martinsburg 13-1 as the top of the lineup due up for the Jefferson Cougars. Presley, Harris, and Dalton after a hit around the lineup twice last inning. Presley was supposed to be up to bat in that bottom of the first for the third time, but as soon as she went up and the first pitch came to her, Brooke Allen stepped off the base too early at third for the final out.
And it didn't even get to mention it, but I noticed, I believe, Presley was going up there about to bat left-handed.
It did look like that. That is true.
And unless I'm losing it, She's not left-handed.
Go ask her.
Well, I certainly don't remember her batting from the left side in their first two at-bats.
I don't either. So either she's a switch hitter, or she's just doing it because it's senior night and she's trying to have some fun. Let's see if she goes over there. I mean, we know a lot of softball players will go to that left-handed side to try and slap bunt, so maybe that's what she'll be attempting to do, but she will be hitting from that left side. She walked her first time up, had a double her last time up. Here we go. Taylor Presley up to bat. Lead off the bottom of the second. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Strike one, and kind of just the way that swing was, I think you're right. She doesn't typically bat from the left side. The 0-1 pitch. Misses outside for a ball.
Ready to see if it's really that's just a slap button situation or just seeing how it goes.
1-1 pitch, high for a ball. Count now 2-1 to Presley.
And she started out very wide in the batter's box in this at bat too.
Pitch high for ball 3. Count now 3-1 to Presley.
Okay, now she's got a favorable count. See how it works out for her.
Pitch from Alt. Misses outside for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the second inning, just like the start of the first. That will bring up Shelby Harris.
So now if you're Jefferson, you have to know that if you were to have a clean top of the third, as the runner goes.
Throw, not in time. The pitch was a ball. Presley able to steal second.
If you were to have a clean top of the third on defense, you would only need 3 runs in this half inning to be able to end this after 3, not have to come up the bat in the bottom of the third.
Pitch misses low for ball 2 to Harris. The count now 2-0.
And obviously, 3 runs is 10 less than they were able to get in the first inning, so it's certainly able to be accomplished by this team.
This is why you're paid the big bucks to do math, Dylan, as this pitch misses. Count now 2-1.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
One math field day once upon a time in middle school.
That is true.
Putting it to the test now.
You didn't believe me when I told you, as this one hit to dead center field over the glove of the center fielder, Hannon, who was drifting over to the left side. That'll allow 1 run to score. As Presley touches home plate, it's an RBI double for Shelby Harris to make it 14-1 in the bottom of the second. As the outfield was over to the left, Harris tends to be a pull hitter, but she hit that right to center, straight at the flagpole, and caught Hannon off guard to bring up pinch hitter for Kaylee Dalton, as now batting is Jocelyn Graham. Pitch misses, goes to the backstop, 2-0 count. That'll allow Harris to take third. So Jocelyn Graham, the freshman, up the bat now. That's a 2-0 count. As Leah Alt steps on the rubber. Pitch right over the head of Jocelyn Graham, who had to duck underneath it. That probably missed by just a few inches. The count now 3-0. That's why you wear the helmet, though, just in case.
Yeah, if she didn't get all the way down, that was going to definitely hit her.
3-0 pitch. It's a grounder to the third baseman. Jackson throw to first. In time for the out on the fielder's choice. Harris will come home to score. To make it 15-1 Jefferson with an out in the bottom of the second.
And that's good base running. Be able to get that run come in, wait until the ball is thrown over to first base for sure.
Brings up Becca Munslow. She'll swing at the first pitch, foul as it off down the third base side and out of play for strike 1. Jefferson 1 run away now from having a 15-run lead, which is what they would need in the third inning to get the Mercy Rule victory. One 0 count, 1 out, nobody on for Jefferson. The 0-1 pitch popped up to the left side. The shortstop, man, tries to make the play, goes off her glove and lands in the grass. That'll allow Munslow to go to first on the error.
It's a similar situation to the first inning where Martinsburg was able to get that first out pretty early on before many runs were scored. Obviously, last time, the rest of that inning went a lot differently than they would have liked.
This pitch misses high. The throw to second. Bounces, gets to man eventually, but not in time. That'll allow Munslow to steal second.
So now potentially one base hit can drive that run in.
Count now 2-0. Christina Franco.
It was a good job by the catcher to be able to stop Munslow from getting over to third. Quick recovery.
2-0 pitch right down the middle. It's a grounder right up the middle as well. And runner coming around third to score. It's an RBI single for Christina Franco to give Jefferson the 16-1 lead. Timeout called to clean home plate.
Another run comes across. Got yourself another run on base. Got Madison Clark, the freshman, up to bat now.
Yep, she will pinch hit for Chloe Cowan. As Clark steps up, the first pitch high and outside for ball one. Clark ready to go. Alt is ready to go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a line drive down the third baseline, and fair ball. It will roll all the way to the wall. The freshman Clark tries to go for three as one run already came to score, and she does. It's a stand-up RBI triple for the freshman Madison Clark to make it 17-1. Jefferson leads Martinsburg in the bottom of the second.
And now you've got some insurance going into that third inning.
That was a great base hit. I thought it was going to slice foul, but it stayed fair and found that corner. And the freshman had some speed on the base pass as well. Brooke Allen now up to bat. She'll let the first pitch go by for strike one.
Being patient at the plate now. For Alt, just try to get that ball across the plate in the strike zone. Eventually your defense will make a play if they need to.
She fouls off the next pitch. Count now 0-2 to Allen. Allen walked both times so far tonight. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the second, it's Jefferson 17, Martinsburg 1. Runner on third. Brooke Allen up the bat for the Cougars. Pitch from Aaliyah Alt. Blooped into the infield and caught by the second baseman, Tiana Sanabria, for out number 2.
That's exactly what I was referring to. If you pitch the contact, eventually you'll get a hit that isn't quite clean off the bat like the Cougars want. You'll get one that's hit to your infielders, and you'll be able to get yourself back on the batting side of things.
Brings up Alyssa LaGreco. First pitch low for ball one. Runner still on third. Now 2 outs. Greco pops this one up. Sanabria underneath it. It goes off her glove, and the error will allow one to score. It's now 18-1. Jefferson leads Martinsburg here in the bottom of the second. That's just unfortunate for Martinsburg. They had the opportunity to get out of the inning. But bad has gone to worse. That brings up another freshman, Savannah Smith. She pinch hits for Alyssa Darr. She'll look at the first pitch for strike one. Runner on first, 2 out. Pitch from Alt high for a ball. Evens up the count to Smith at 1-1. Smith steps back in on the right-handed side. Adjusts her feet. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a grounder to the shortstop for over to first. In time for out number 3. That ends the second inning. It is Jefferson 18, Martinsburg 1. We'll head to the third after this 1-minute break. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Vickers Field as we head to the third inning of action between Jefferson and Martinsburg. It's Jefferson leading 18-1, which means Martinsburg's down to its final 3 outs unless it can score 3 runs, as it's a 15-run mercy rule after 3, so they need to cut the deficit to 14 or fewer runs, as the 9-1-2 batters will be due up for the Bulldogs: Hannon, Santabria, and Kellicon.
Let's see here again. As long as you don't give up 2 runs, or excuse me, 3 runs. As long as you don't give up 3 runs.
That's what I just said.
Then you're good.
Hannon up to bat.
Sorry, you know, we got a lot of
You're good.
production
I know
stuff
you're
going on
worrying about the cameras, as swing and a miss by Hannon for strike 1. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, as Hannon trying to slap bunt her way on here against Alyssa LaGreco. This pitch low and away. Count now 1-2.
So some good pitching by LaGreco. A quick second inning.
This slap bunt goes to the shortstop, the throw to first in time for the out. What a throw by Becca Munslow to get that one. As Hannon goes down for out number 1. That brings up Tiana Santabria. (18-1). We're in the top of the third. This pitch low and inside for a ball to Santabria.
So you've at least gotten yourself back over to the top of the lineup if you're the Bulldogs. See what you can do with it.
1-0 pitch, fouled off. Count evens up at 1-1. We now need to get a new ball from the dugout, as that one went out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on for Martinsburg. 1-1 pitch from LaGreco. Grounder right to the first baseman, Allen, and she'll stomp on the bag for out number 2. We'll bring up Kellicon.
as Martinsburg's down to its final out of the game as they trail 18-1.
Hopefully looking to end this game with your three seniors at pitcher, second, and third. After two good innings of catching from Shelby Harris.
First pitch misses outside for a ball to Kellicon. 1-0 pitch from LaGreco. Popped up to the infield. LaGreco runs forward, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Jefferson beats Martinsburg 18-1 on senior night as the Cougars improve to 16-4. Martinsburg falls to 0-20 on the season. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have our post-game show. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Softball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Ever try to collect on an insurance claim? Perhaps a homeowner's claim, auto accident, or fire. Insurance companies collect money from you for protection should something bad happen. And when it does, they don't want to pay, or they offer too little. At Mansion Ferretti, we have an attorney who worked defending insurance companies and knows all the dirty tricks they play to deny or lowball your claim. Call us today for help in getting what you really deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to Vickers Field as the Jefferson Cougars get the win on senior night over Martinsburg via a final score of 18-1. We'll welcome you into the postgame show brought to you by Rocks Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rocks is fast, fresh, and friendly. Jefferson, 18 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Martinsburg, 1 run, 2 hits, 3 errors. For Jefferson, it was Presley with 1 hit, an RBI, and 2 walks, as well as scoring 3 runs. Harris had a 2-hit, 2 RBI day with a walk and scoring 3 runs as well. Kaylee Dalton had a walk and scored a run in her at-bat. Jocelyn Graham had an RBI in her at-bat. Becca Munslow with a hit, 3 runs and 2 walks. Christina Franco, 4 RBI day with 2 hits, 3 runs in her 2 at-bats. And it looks like we have a mess on the field as the 3 seniors for a senior day prank, it looks like, has some Cool Whip out there that they are throwing onto their teammates and coaches. So once we're able to get Desiree Waters, she might be a little bit messy during the interview, so I think we're going to stay clear of giving her a headset. Might just give her that microphone once she's ready, Dylan. But let's get back to the game stats instead of just looking around at the
fun continues.
Huge mess that
when the game is over.
Being made on the field. But it was Franco, as I already said, 4 RBI day. Clark had 1 RBI, a hit, and a run in her at-bat. Cowan had a walk in her at-bat, also scored. Brooke Allen scored, had an RBI, walked her twice. LaGreco, 1 hit,
also the run in her 3 at-bats, and then Smith with the 2 RBI day, 1 walk, 1 run for those 18 runs. They walked 10 times. It was Presley getting the win in her 1-inning pitch, giving up 2 hits, the 1 run, and 1 walk. LaGreco pitched 2 innings, giving up no hits, no runs, and striking out 2 for Martinsburg. It was Jackson with the run, Alt with a hit, Mann with a hit. Mann got the RBI. Santa Maria went 1/3 of an inning. Didn't give up any hits. Had 5 earned runs and 4 walks. Alt, 1 2/3 inning pitch, giving up 9 hits, 13 runs, 10 of them earned, and 6 walks. And it looks like there's now some silly string, and I think it's also made its way out here into the fans potentially, so be very careful. Good thing we brought this tent to kind of hide ourselves from the post-game festivities. But your game stats are brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 south of Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. As we can see if maybe Dylan can now grab Coach Waters if her time is over of the post-game fun. As you can still see out there, the fight continuing between coaches and players. Hopefully Dylan, while he tries to get Coach Waters, is safe and not some friendly fire towards him. But let's get into the game summary brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. It was Martinsburg that was able to score first and get that 1-0 victory, but after that it was all Jefferson. 13 runs in the bottom of the first, 5 more in the bottom of the second, and we'll now be joined by Coach Desiree Waters. So once we can get that microphone through the net to her. We wanted to give you the microphone instead of the headset because, as you can tell, you're clearly a mess after this game. Was this a planned little senior night fun?
Yeah, that's what we like to do. Our senior nights, honor our seniors at the beginning of the game, and then they get to have a little fun and do a little freshman initiation at the end of the game. So they get to get the freshmen.
So I see some Cool Whip out there, some silly string as well. Hopefully no other tricks up their sleeves.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye for you if nobody tries to sneak up behind you. But it was a 18-1 win for your team. Just talk about the night and what you enjoyed the most out of your team.
Really, I just enjoyed how much fun they had. I enjoyed letting the seniors kind of do what they wanted to do. Taylor on the mound and Shelby behind the plate, and then Alyssa at third there, and then again on the mound. Alyssa turning around and hitting right-handed. She did a great job. Really, they just had fun. That's what's best about tonight.
18-run game. Your offense continues to explode. 9 hits. Almost a few home runs. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Like you kind of mentioned, our offense is kind of coming alive here. I want to keep it coming alive against, quality, competitive pitching. So we're just hoping we keep stringing it together as a team.
And Coach, you kind of moved around. You moved around some of your lineup in your field position tonight. Got to your seniors and the positions that they wanted to play. See anything out there in these couple innings that they got in those positions that you might be able to carry on for the rest of the season?
I don't know about carry on for the rest of the season. I guess if our other three pitchers go down, Taylor can step in if she needs to. Yeah, they do a good job. They have fun. Actually, Shelby mentioned potentially trying out for catching at the college level. So who knows where that will take her.
Well, we'll let you go to dodge whatever else is coming your way as we try to do the same here underneath the tent. But appreciate your time, Coach Waters, and congrats on the win, as that was Coach Desiree Waters of the Jefferson Cougars as they get the win over Martinsburg on senior night, 18-1. Before we wrap things up here from Vickersfield, one final thing, and that is our player of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And it's kind of tough. I don't know what route we really want to go tonight. Do we want to go player of the game, which if we do, I feel like you'd have to give it to Franco for having 4 RBIs, or I'm going to try to be nice and give you this option. I know I always will give people hard times for having more than one player of the game, but with 3 seniors, do you give it to all 3 of them?
I think you could give it to the 3 seniors if you wanted to. I mean, you score 18 runs in a game. The most you get out of one player is 4. That's a pretty complete team performance there. It's senior night. We could have one 3-way tie for player of the game between your 3 seniors, especially since one of them pitched good 2 innings out there for your squad. Had good 2 innings of catching behind the plate and good defense as a unit. So why not? You know.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore, D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome here into the post-game scoreboard show. We lost connection there with them at the ballpark, as I guess we were unplugged prematurely there, but they had about wrapped things up after the 18-1 victory for Jefferson over Martinsburg in softball. It's the post-game scoreboard show brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. As I mentioned, 18-1 victory for Jefferson over Martinsburg in softball. Jefferson now sits at 16-4 and undefeated in conference play. And unfortunately, Martinsburg falls to 0-20 on the season, and not a lot of other EPAC games going on when it comes to softball. I believe that's the only softball game going on tonight. We had a couple baseball games going on as Martinsburg had a doubleheader at East Hardy to make up the game they lost at the beginning of the year. They won the first game 10-6 as it was 3 RBIs on the day for Landon Siffert, 2 for Michael Lupus, and getting the win on the mound, I believe, was Owen Rubenthal. Unfortunately, they fall in Game 2, 9-4. Just wasn't their night. They'll be back in action Friday, 7 p.m. We'll have a special pregame coverage beginning at 6:30 for Martinsburg's Hall of Fame celebration. A few other games going on here in the EPAC tonight as Jefferson in baseball getting ready to wrap things up at regional opponent Hampshire. Currently 12-2 in the top of the fifth inning. So Jefferson will most likely win if they can add a few more insurance runs or keep Hampshire off of the scoreboard in the bottom of the inning. They'll get a 10-run rule victory. Looking at that game right now, it appears Daquan Shipe went 3 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned while striking out 4. Gross came in 1 inning and struck out 2. Hitting-wise for the Cougars, Ryan Hefner 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs. J.J. Pavanelli 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs. An RBI apiece from Vickers, Morgan, Fletcher, Spears, and Cienfuegos. So they're about to get the run rule victory if everything stays the same there. Washington Patriots in action. They're tied at 11 versus Martinsburg Academy. They did have a rather large lead here in this one at one point. It was a 6-2 lead, and that lead has dwindled as 6 runs in the 7th inning tied things up. They're now in the bottom of the 8th inning. But Washington could walk it off here with 2 on runners on second and third with 1 out. Let's see who's at the plate. It looks like it's Jackson Earl at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night. And did we just get it? Let's see if Game Changer will update. No, it appears Earl was out on a strikeout, swinging there, which could still win the game here. But we'll take a look at some scores around the national ranks in the association here as it's playoff time in the NBA. First round here in the West at the halftime. Grizzlies on top of the Lakers 59-44. But before we get well into that, it looks like Washington did indeed walk it off, as I guess I said Earl did walk it off. It showed me a strikeout. Now I guess on the strikeout, looks like the error on the pitcher or on the catcher scored Brandon Dunbar. So Washington gets the now I guess come from behind victory. They were leading, gave up the lead, but it's a 12-11 victory. They're now 8-12 on the season. They return to conference play tomorrow when they take on Hedgesville at 7 p.m. and then they'll be home against Hampshire on Friday, and then conference play over the next couple of weeks to wrap things up. But once again, in the NBA, in the playoffs in the West, round 1, it's 59-44 Grizzlies on top of the Lakers. Game getting set to go here in about 15-20 minutes. You can watch that on NBA TV as the Heat and the Bucks, with the Heat on top of the series 1-0. Then at 10 p.m. on TNT, it's the Timberwolves at the Nuggets game 2. Denver on top 1-0. We'll head over to the NHL ranks here as they're also in the first round of the playoffs. It is knotted up at 2 apiece. You can watch this on ESPN2. Islanders and Hurricanes at the end of the second period with 17:04 left in the second period. Panthers have a 1-0 lead on top of the NHL best Boston Bruins. Boston obviously on top 1-0, getting going at 9:30 on ESPN2 is the Wild and the Stars, and then at 10 p.m. on ESPN proper, Kings and Oilers. Moving over to the MLB, top of the 7th inning, Orioles on top of the Nationals 3-0. It's 3 hits for the O's, 1 error. Nats no runs, 5 hits, no errors. It is the top of the 7th there. Top of the 6th inning, Yankees on top of the Angels in a very, very great series so far there. I believe Aaron Judge robbed Shohei Ohtani of a home run in the first inning. So in the top of the 6th, it's Yankees 2, Angels 1 here as we will wrap things up here, get some other scores here. In the top of the 6th, the Twins lead the Red Sox 7-2. Middle of the 3rd, it's Astros 2, Blue Jays 0. Finals from earlier today, Rays beat the Reds 8-0. The Guardians beat the Tigers 3-2. Giants beat the Marlins 5-2. A 14-5 victory for the Cardinals over the Diamondbacks. The Phillies beat the White Sox 5-2. 12-3 win for the Rangers over the Royals. The Mets in a crazy game where Max Scherzer gets ejected from the game for sticky stuff on his hands and an immediate 10-game suspension, which I believe he will try and fight. The Mets win that 5-3 over the Dodgers. Pirates still rolling 12-7 on the season. I know Rob Mario's going to be happy about this one. A 14-3 victory over the Rockies. The Cubs with a 12-2 victory over the Athletics. The Brewers 5-3 over the Mariners, and the Padres blank the Braves 1-0. Once again in softball tonight, it was an 18-1 victory for Jefferson as they continue to try to go back and get another state championship this season. But that will do it for us here. For our broadcast crew, Nick Verzolini on camera, Dylan Bishop, color analyst, Colin McLaughlin, and play-by-play. I'm Spencer Dupuis back in the studio tonight. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. Stay tuned for tomorrow from 12 to 1. We will have the Sports Mix, that on Friday as well, and then we'll have EPAC Baseball, Spring Mills, Martinsburg on Friday. But that'll do it for us here back in the studio. Have a great rest of your night, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Softball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
For the continued coverage of high school, college, and professional sports, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online, talkradiowrnr.com. All rights reserved.